What's up, everybody? Mario13 here, and it's been a while. I am sorry about that. I had a lot of stuff to get to, which your boy's a senior now. Let's go. Also, I passed one of my early college. It was from the whole, high school work. Look, basically, I got caught up in work and got a little too big for my britches. All right, I let a slight superiority complex get the best of me, and I took college courses early. That was a pain in the ass, having to do college exams and high school exams all in 1 week. I probably would have started recording earlier, but one of my dogs bit me, and I had to spend a little bit in the hospital and let my hands get better before I could try to record. But you know what? None of that right now. Y'all are here for what if Asta was a fire dragon slayer, alright? Alright, we start this story off. We see a white-haired woman. Alright, look, basically the leech doesn't give up Asta. I don't know how to explain it to anyone else. Alright, so we skip 5 years where she doesn't design. Asta's immune to her magic sucking, whatever that was. Okay. Don't mind that. Oh, also I moved in with my dad, so that's fun. Alright, but basically let's get back into the video. Alright, so we skip 5 years later. The whole thing what has happened and Asta helped out. So Asta usually goes down to the church at the Hodge Village to play with Udo and the other one. So he's acquainted with all the people, with Sister Lily and everyone there. But we see Asta and Leisha are walking. And Asta sees something and says, "Mom, there's something over there." Which is, Liba. Yeah. So after picking him up and taking him back and discovering the kid has no name, she does the only thing she can do and she takes care of the kid, and for at least about another year, that I don't know how old Liba was when the whole Lucifero thing happened. I'm gonna say it's like let's go with 2 years after. We skip 2 years later, and suddenly Liba pauses. Mom, there's something wrong with Liba. As Leisha comes over, that's when our Lucifero breaks out, and things play out as it can, unfortunately. Asta watches his mom be run through, and feel bad for the kid already. But yeah, Asta watches his mom be run through by the demon as she. Okay. As she's able to split Asta off. Goddamn, not Asta off. Lucifero already. And still leave it in the book. But before that, she pulls her kids together and telling them how much she loves them. Before she seals Liba away and leap. Alright, look, sometimes I don't forget how to pronounce his name, so let's just say it has two pronunciations, Liba and Libe. Okay? Good. As she dies, leaving poor little Asta all alone. The only thing you can hear from the forest at that amount. A couple of hours later, the only thing, for hours on end, the only thing you can hear is the sound of a crying child. Asta held onto his mother's corpse out of some desperation, hoping she'd come back and wake up. After finally realized she wouldn't, Asta grabs the book and then suddenly appears in there. Liba? With Liba explaining how sorry he is and Asta telling him not his fault. And that's when something is born between the two. Something out of anger and hatred of wanting to kill Lucifero. Make him pay, make him suffer for killing their mother. The power of anti-magic flowing through Liba. and some of it off of Asta, even without his magic. Now then, hold up. Also, sorry I'm a little out of it. Just woke up like around, 7? So yeah, I've only really been up for an hour. But we skipped down a couple of, after they bury their mother. They promised themselves on their mother's grave they will make that demon pay with his life. They are going to kill him. And nothing. And now with Liba's anti-magic, they'll do anything. It's being just how that being Wizard King is somewhat on the back burner of what they want. Yeah, and right now their main goal is training to kill Lucifero. And some of the other ones I'm gonna do after this one have the same backstory. So have the same backstory, but it's somewhere Leechida lives. Okay. One's where she's actually has powers. So there'll be one where she lives. Just not this one. Poor Asta. Alright, Asta then goes down to the church. Since really that's the only other family he has besides his brother now. And those are really the only other people I know. Now then, they have met Sister Lily, Father Old Man Orpheus, and Leechida, but mainly once they realize her condition, they usually just set stuff up, like food up there for them. They eat and always would let Asta come down and play with them. Now, what do you guys want? You want them to know about Liba or fuck it, why not? They know about Liba. And Asta told them that he had a brother. Well, mainly only who's not a crybaby anymore. Alright, so Asta goes down to the Pod Village. Now, some of the people there are worried since they've seen the kid before, and this isn't the usually happy expression he has. You can tell that he's been crying a lot since, it was early noonish when Leechida died, and I'd say it's about like 4 o'clock, so it's still sunny out. Yep. Yeah. So, we see Asta walking to the church before knocking on the door. And who comes out is Sister Lily. Yeah, she sees Asta and asks she can tell that he's been crying a lot and asks what's wrong. Asta explains that something killed Mom. His mom. So, Asta starts staying at the orphanage. Now, yes, sometimes he disappears up into where his childhood home was to visit his mother. And now we skip another year. We see Asta visiting his mom. And then he sees something big, something red. As Asta walks toward it, and when he finally gets to it, he sees a giant red dragon who's kind of just relaxing, who notices Asta, Igni, as the fire dragon. The child out here. What would you be doing out here? Now Asta scared out of his mind since, if you saw a giant dragon at the age of 9, you'd be almost shitting your bricks too. Okay? I was visiting my mom. Please don't hurt me. I won't hurt you, young one. You don't seem to have any magic like everyone else around here. As Asta explains to the dragon his condition. why. Igneo also asks why he's here visiting his mother and why is he not with her. And Asta explains she was killed by a devil. And Igneo can smell it that Asta wants revenge. You want to kill the devil that murdered your mother, correct? Yeah, even if it kills me in the process, I want to make him pay. Then come with me. I could teach you the art of dragon slaying. And so, this starts a routine. But how? I don't have any magic. Oh, don't worry. Right now, it's not the time to question. As the giant dragon starts to walk off, Asta follows him. Now, over the coming year, Asta starts to be able to use Fire Dragon Slayer magic. He's actually pretty good at it. And also just bonding with Igneo. Now, eventually, at the age of 10, trails Asta to where he's going. Since Sister Lily said she was worried and knew that Asta would talk more than than her. And so, yeah. Trails Asta, which Asta isn't really paying attention to his stint right now. After this year, he's been able to learn Fire Dragon Slayer magic, but he's not really paying attention to stint right now behind him. He's more focused on training. And this is when Asta gets to Igneo and starts freaking out. Asta, look behind you. What? As he turns around and sees, scared of shit. Like, he's shaking his britches. Hey, this is Igneo, the Fire Dragon King. Trust me, he's fine. Trust me, he won't hurt us. Actually, he's been training me to get magic. How? And are you sure he won't hurt us? Yeah. As sits. Well, wanting to listen to his foster brother, sits down. Hold up. I have to spit. Hold up. But yeah. The fuck? Okay, I have to check on my dog. And I don't know if that was an explosion or a gunshot, so I'm gonna get back in the house. But yeah, just sits his ass down and listens. As it starts to become a training. Now, over this next year, it starts to become a training partner for Asta. And Igneo, seeing that, it might be fun. As he I can't remember the Sky Dragon's name, alright? As he remembers what she told, I'm pretty sure it's a she. I don't remember that one. Okay. What the hell I want this? Okay. As Igneo pulls out some kind of magic item. Here. Would you like to become a Sky Dragon Slayer? No. As Ignil explains the whole lacrima thing. Actually, you know what? No. I'm gonna say he does have the lacrimas, but he starts to remember what the Sky Dragon told him about how their magic works, and tries to teach some of it to Yuno, who already has a good proficiency on magic, so, he's able to pick it up as the Fire and Sky Dragon Slayer go at it. Now I'm telling you, this is after like a year, as we see the Fire and Sky Dragon Slayer going at each other, but actually using some anti-magic too. Now then, by this point, Yuno knows the whole situation of what happened, and he's willing to help Asta get his revenge, but also while still being his rival for the Wizard King. Also still being, Alright, now we skip to like around 13 and one night. They sleep like, the church is okay with them. Asta hasn't revealed his magic to anyone because he's really not. He wants it to be a surprise. I don't know why. It seems like something he might do. Oh, and during this time, some pink strands start to grow in Asta's hair from the result of the Fire Dragon Slayer magic. And, I'm going to explain how no one can sense that Asta still has mana and how... Okay, see, layman's terms, since Ignil is from the fairy tale... Okay, no, since... Let's just say that some magics go in different frequencies from each other. And because of that, Dragon Slayer magic is on a different frequency, meaning that unless you have it yourself, you can't sense it. Which is why people still think that Asta is magicless. They can't sense the fact that he has it. What should I eat? But yeah, so they can't sense the fact that Asta has magic. Yuno can, though. Because, Fire Dragon Slayer, too. Well, I mean, Sky Dragon Slayer. I'm sorry. Now, even Libe has started to... And yes, Libe has kind of started to pick up on magic, too, so... Yeah, Libe started to pick up on magic, too, so... Dragon Slayer magic too, and he's starting to make his own anti-magic Dragon Slayer. God damn it, not this shit.
Today we are
anti-Dragon Slayer magic. So basically, and yes, Asta can use this because Libe's in Grimoire who can use it. Now then, Asta decides to start sleeping at his old house again. In reality, they're just kind of sleeping in the woods with Ignil. And joins them sometimes, so... One night after they go to sleep, Ignil's gone. Ignil? Asta, now 13-year-old, asks, looking for his father figure during this time and can't find him. Antibiotics don't work right. Now, Asta is kind of broken by the fact that Ignil he knows that Ignil didn't leave for no reason. He knows there has to be a reason. So, there's another part of Asta's journey now. Look for Ignil. Although we fairy tale fans know where Ignil is, let's not spoil it. And about let's just say he was able to... Let's just say that Ignil was able to use his magic to create antibodies and before leave. Okay, I'll explain more of it later. Okay. So yeah, that was one thing I was left for Asta, a scarf. So, and as we keep skipping, we see. Now we skip to when Asta are 15, like Fire Dragon Slayer. Ah! Now as we hear a Fire Dragon Slayer roar, and from another Sky Dragon Slayer roar. So two Dragon Slayer roars collide into each other. As we see Asta and fighting. Asta then proceeds to let the wind take hold as he says, "Anti-magic Dragon Slayer, Iron Fist!" Hitting the ground, singing anti-magic, Dragon Slayer magic. Quickly dodges and gets out the way before sending normal wind to cut the wind into spears. Whatever I don't know, like those wind air cuts, As Asta uses the spells for anti-magic. As we see them get into more of a fight. Next thing you know, they're down at the orphanage. Oh, Asta, where have you two been? Training, Asta says. They go to take a shower separately since they know what day it's coming up, the grimoire ceremony. I'm so hungry. And thirsty. Where's my water bottle? Oh, give me a minute. I gotta take a drink. I'm thirsty. There's nothing like some good water. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, yeah. Now we skip to the day of the end of the grimoire ceremony. Asta decides not to go. What the other's thinking, is it because he doesn't have magic and gave up? Because remember, can't sense magic on a different frequency from the one that everyone else is using. So they can't sense what Asta is using. While internally, Asta's at Leech's grave when the grimoire that Liebe has been in since entire time starts to glow. What the? As a black flame mist comes out of it, which repels Liebe to being in his small form. Like, small form, he writes, "Liebe!" Master says, "So much for being the older brother now, is it? Watch it, you little shit." Liebe in a rebuke to Asta's comment. As the two promised, Leech to that they'll be willing, and that they will become the Wizard King and will kill Lucifero. That's when they smell something off. So Asta using fire jumps, and just when is about to be snuck attacked to work, he turns around as to yell, as to Fire Dragon, Sky Dragon, Iron Fist. As Asta, come down from the... Well, wait, the Sky Dragon out here fist me. Fuck it. Yeah, no, as they both simultaneously, blows away the chains, and Asta punches the chain mate in the jaw, sending him into the wall. Hey, you. For someone with dragon senses, you almost got caught easily. Oh, please. I knew it was in the entire time. Just wanted to lead them away from people. Yeah. As Asta's grimoire starts to glow, as a sword pops out. Remember, Asta and Yuno still been training in this entire time. I mean, Asta is still just as ripped. Excuse me. As Asta grabs the sword. Light. Liba. As Yuno finally sees Liba. Oh, hey. Nice to finally meet you. Liba said. Same here, Yuno. As Asta and Yuno proceed to beat the living hell out of the chain mage. You have to remember they're both struggling in canon, because, like, if you wanted to put them at a power scale, say, like, a couple of feet below Natsu in the first episode. Yeah. They're just like 5 feet below Natsu in terms of power at the start of Fairy Tail. So yeah, they absolutely beat the living shit out of them. Hilarious. So yeah. Oh, and Asta doesn't have a crush on Sister Lily in this one. He's been saying that his mom is the one who raised him for most of the time, and they took him in. I mean, like, Sister Lily is basically like his second mom, if that's it. It's the same with Yuno. Since that's how I always saw it with the anime, and kind of, like, I get it, haha, Fooning, kid wants to marry a nun. Oh, I think I would have liked it better if it was more like a mother and son relationship, considering the fact that, yeah, that's what it is. It kind of, like, she raised him. In canon, basically, so, you know, like Mob Lily base. Okay, you get it. As Yuno has to step back down, Asta shows him the grimoire, and everyone's happy and they have a feast. Just like that. And remember, no brooms for them. They ain't made by magic or theirs. So yeah. Now during this time, Asta and then commences the 6 months of training before the Magic Night ceremony. And during these 6 months, Asta finds out he can fly on the sword. The Demon Dweller sword. So yay. And Asta also now with Libe and Grimoire full power, Asta can his flames and fire and basically fire anti-magic dragon attacks now. So yay. Now, eventually, Asta meets the Diamond Mage Kingdom Duke Swordborough. And being able to sense him, Asta can smell no ill intent from him, as he's trained by him in the ways of using the sword. So, yay. And now we finally see Asta and Yuno. Well, Yuno found his own way of transformation, like holding wind under him like a board and just riding on it. Well, Asta flies in on the sword, since, you know, they can't really ride on brooms concerning the whole Dragon Slayer problem. They get sick, so, you know, that's a no-go. Now then, things go like in canon, where royals are shocked and so angry that Yuno got a 4-leaf clover, and the dude is confused about Asta, but lets him in anyway since it's still a grimoire. As Asta and Yuno... Oh, I should explain what they're wearing right now. I mean, they're wearing what they normally wore Ward Cannon, except they both have a cloak on. For funsies, I don't know. It was one of the only things that they got thanks to Ignil. And Asta has this scarf on, made of dragon scales. Now, yes, Ignil had someone to do this. That Asta is a goddamn shit gun. Woo, huh. Well, I have an idea later. But yeah. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I would have did this list yesterday, but I got addicted to playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse for like the entire night. For like all night yesterday. My PS4 crashed and deleted all my data. So, I'm not particularly happy about that. But I'm not gonna lie, it is nice replaying Dragon Ball Xenoverse, but right now, it's not time. We can talk about this in the same way. Okay. Where was I? Ah, yeah. Now then, remember, anyway, alright, this is the last time I'm gonna say, but remember this, they can't sense Asta's magic because it's on a different frequency. Meaning that Seke still think that Asta is some random anti-magic, no magic punk. Well, that is until we get to the test. What was the first test? Shit, I just watched the anime. But it was the broom riding test, which Asta and both throw the brooms on the ground because, if hops on it, he'll get sick, and Asta can't fly it. So they do the things that they did. Asta hops on the sword, and just fucking floats in the air. So, yeah. Now then, for the long range, Asta can use Black Divider. And also, considering that he's already friends with Libe, the black form too, but now's not the time. Realistically, they have ranged attacks, since Asta just kind of shoots a fireball at the... Asta kind of shoots a fireball at the target, which destroys it. And it does the same thing in canon. I'm so hungry. Yeah, I'm gonna end this when Asta gets his recruit. Okay. Now, Seke thinking that Asta is still some kind of fire punk, which they find it weird since, yes, the anti-magic birds did flock to Asta, but he got them all away. The only one sitting on his head is Nero. And he actually likes his bird, so he let her stay, which he could tell it's a she. For whatever. Look, man, just accept it. So yeah, he kind of just has her in his hair like Libe. Libe is there too. Liba is there too. Shit. Okay. And here comes the fight. Absolutely decimates that royal even harder than it can. And he doesn't use his Fire Dragon Slayer magic. I mean, Sky Dragon Slayer magic. I'm so hungry. And Asta still absolutely wipes the floor with Seke. He uses Seke as an ass wipe in this universe. Because realistically, he's so far stronger than him, it isn't funny. Alright, well, firstly, he broke